right ahead and go into this first segment, which is going to be talking about Team USA and particularly the head coaching position in Steve Kerr. Now, throughout all of the Olympics, Steve Kerr has been the I don't want to say I can't really say scapegoat because like Team USA has won in every single one of the matchups that they played, but he gets blamed a lot. He got a lot of scrutiny for conducting the role of the head coach the way that he did. Like, a lot of people were mad at his substitutions. I was one of them. A lot of people were upset that Jason Tatum didn't play against Serbia. I was one of them. And a lot of people were really like questioning Steve Kerr and his legacy as a head coach. And some people were going so far as to say that without Kevin Durant and without Steph Curry and without drafting those three fantastic players on the Warriors have won championships with, they wouldn't Steve Kerr wouldn't nearly have the amount of rings that he has now. And it's really taken a little bit of a toll on his legacy. Obviously, people aren't going to really remember just how bad he was because he still ended up winning the gold medal, but he was getting a lot of scrutiny, and a lot of reporters were asking him a lot of questions, a lot of uneasy questions as to how his substitutions were working, why he was doing this sort of substitution, and he seemed very out of touch. Like, I'm sorry to say, but like the way that he was substituting all these players in, it really did not make any sense. And so now he's according to reports, there's reports saying that he's going to step down despite the fact that he ended up winning a gold medal. So I'm looking at this article right here. Kerr is ending his tenure, and sources say either Eric Spoelstra or Tyronn Lue are going to be the head coach for the future going into the 2028 Olympics. And again, this is sort of like, I think this firing, well, not really this firing, I should say. I think this stepping down is really a direct result from all the media criticism that he was getting because, like, Team USA, they were dominant throughout most of Paris. They needed to squeeze by a win against Serbia, where, I think Kerr could have done a much better job at coaching in that game. And in the semifinals with Nikola Jokic, and entering the gold medal game against France, they ended up holding on to the lead and ended up winning the gold medal, going 6-0 through the entire tournament. So Kerr, he had a very impressive stint with Team USA. Very few coaches have managed to win both an NBA championship and an Olympic gold medal in their career, and his leadership was what Team USA needed to win with their fifth straight gold medal. Now, looking on Kerr's replacements, obviously the easiest replacement options that you have are Eric Spoelstra and Tyronn Lue. Both coaches served as assistant coaches for Steve Kerr in Paris. And on their part, they both have, pretty strong NBA credentials. The one thing that they both have in common is that they both won a ring with LeBron. Like, that's really like the biggest thing that both of those players have in common. Not in players, the coaches, excuse me. But the big difference, in my opinion, is that Eric Spoelstra, he was the only coach that coached LeBron but didn't end up losing his job after coaching LeBron. A lot of head coaches, they end up losing their job once they either coached LeBron for a year or LeBron leaves. Like, the minute LeBron leaves, 9 out of 10 times the coach gets fired. But once LeBron left the Miami Heat, Eric Spoelstra didn't get fired. And lo and behold, he was able to lead the Miami Heat to 2 more finals appearances after LeBron leading them to 4. And, D-Wade also being able to lead them to a finals appearance in first year. It also helps, like in 2011. But again, like that's sort of the stigma around NBA coaches. And Tyronn Lue is one of those coaches that ended up getting fired after coaching LeBron. Granted, he did sort of find a new home in the Clippers in Los Angeles, and it seemed like he was doing well in his first year. Like, his first year as the head coach, he was able to take the Clippers farther than Doc Rivers ever could in his entire career. But aside from that, it's not like the Clippers have really won anything with either Lou or Doc as their coach. And a little bit on Eric Spoelstra. He's been the coach of the Miami Heat, and he has a pretty good 750 to 527 record, and over the span of 17 seasons. Under his leadership, he has taken the Heat to 6 NBA Finals, including back-to-back championships in 2012 and in 2013. And Ty Lue, he is the head coach for the Clippers. He has a 312 to 217 loss record. And he obviously helped LeBron, well, not LeBron, but he obviously helped the Cavs win the championship in 2016 and came back from the only 3-1 deficit in finals history to win that championship. So, looking into the future for 2028, the Olympics is going to be held in LA. Spoelstra and Lue have impressive resumes and experience that make either one a strong candidate to keep USA on its winning ways on the world stage. Steve Kerr, he's had a lot of success with Team USA with the gold medal. As he steps down, much of the attention is on finding his next successor who can build on the success. Whether it's Spoelstra or Tyronn Lue, this new coach is probably going to step into some huge shoes to fill, similar to how Steve Kerr had some huge shoes to fill, because, I mean, let's face it, if you're a coach for Team USA, you have to lead that team to victory, and there's nothing more and nothing less. If you get anywhere less, it's considered a failure. And the question fans and analysts can't wait to see an answer to now is who will the head coach of Team USA be, and who the rest of the players are going to be for the Team USA roster. Now, in my opinion, I would much rather have Eric Spoelstra as the head coach than Tyronn Lue, mainly because of the fact that Eric Spoelstra was still able to maintain his head coaching job despite losing LeBron, and he was still able to make several championship teams despite losing, well, not really championship teams, but, finals-worthy teams without LeBron. Like, Tyronn Lue, even though he ended up winning a championship as a head coach, he's never been able to lead a team to the finals without LeBron. Meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra has been able to do that. And I also think Spoelstra is much better with the rotations going into these games, as well as a much better coach for these NBA players for Team USA. Like, I think he's sort of used to having a lot of competent players on one team, and he's able to make good enough rotations for them. That's just my feeling around Eric Spoelstra. So I would much rather have Eric Spoelstra as the head coach as opposed to Tyronn Lue. But let me know in the comments what you guys think of the head coaching situation. So with this segment out of the way, we're going to go ahead into the second segment where I continue my list of the best players per position, and we are now doing the centers. So stay tuned if you're interested on that list right after this short break.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign,